Here's camera. Gonna have a crack. To first game for a place in the Premier League. Let's skip through everybody, and then first real chance. Could he have done better?
Well, I think he tried to slice across it here. It's a bit easy to get the cross in. They don't defend it particularly well. It's a real miss from Lacroix. You see he's trying to cut across the ball. And slice it into that far corner.
Yeah, it was a spinning ball, wasn't it? And see what the intention was.
And he couldn't go with his left foot.
Was a lucky young man.
Holding his back. That wasn't where the
contact
was.
By Pau Torres, charged down by Sarr. Suddenly Palace are fancying this. Eze! Oh! They are fancying it. He stands and takes a salute, a statue of success. Emirates Eze with a semi-final sensation.
Well, I'm not sure the pass was meant for him, but he certainly made the most of it. Scored that great goal against Fulham in the last round. And on his right foot, he just sweeps it beyond Martinez.
I think the earliness of the shot took Martinez by surprise, maybe.
Does it go over the top of Martinez? It's a really good strike. Yes, of course it is. But it's good closing down. That's where they win the ball. Sarr doing the closing down. And then goes inside the next challenge. I'm sure the pass was meant there. But what a good strike from 20 yards out. Pau Torres makes the first mistake. Sarr's got the energy to get there. He doesn't defend it particularly well. Now Sarr to come inside.
Yuri Tielemans. A clever corner. Quite work out. They've got a great set-piece coach in Austin McPhee. And that's just going to loop wide. And Teta's next job is to mark that front post zone. Some backpedaling, and he keeps it out.
Made the save. It's a jump well here. Great leap from him. Heads it down, does everything right, really.
It's a very good start.
Yeah, it's almost gone past him, hasn't it?
It's in the all-white strip bursting forward, which was lucky that it broke out to Tielemans, and it was a first-time effort of some quality that Dean Henderson has turned over from John McGinn, who can do that kind of thing in a flash.
Well, it's a carbon copy of Eze's goal, really.
Henderson lucky that it was within his reach. And flick on the first part of the corner routine. He's Digne turned aside by Henderson, who's suddenly become a busy man.
Digne hits it really well. Just watch this. We won't get it from this angle. Ball comes out to the edge of the box.
Eze. Mitchell was a little bit lucky. Trying to feed it in. Comes out to Wharton. Ooh, what's Anthony Taylor going to make of this penalty?
Cameron, I think, is chasing back. Just runs into it. Here it is.
Tell him he's got to be on the line. It's a really big moment in the semi-final for Crystal Palace, and Mateta has missed. Martinez takes the credit, but really it was his mistake. And what will be the outcome? How costly can that be?
And he just goes wide. Starts on target and then just carries on going. There's no bend on it, hits the outside of the post. Big let-off for Aston Villa here.
So Oliver Glasner succeeded Roy Hodgson. Rodgers. Good work by Wharton. Here's Sarr. Great goal! Palace lead 2-0. Ismaila Sarr just drilled it home. Martinez beaten, and Palace having gone through the disappointment of wasting the penalty. Their optimism rekindled again, and they do lead 2-0.
What a part that Walton plays in this. When the ball's played into his opposing midfield player, he comes and wins the ball, and he wins it fairly. He doesn't dive in. Tielemans is a bit slow, tries to play it round the corner. Link-up play with Mateta. I thought he was going to play it wide, but he strikes right through the back of the ball. Sid Martinez didn't have much chance with the first goal. Can't quite get there with the second either. So with that bit of space to run, you can see he just wraps his foot round it slightly. The bend takes it away from the goalkeeper and into the far corner. What a good strike.
Camera. Tielemans. Well, that kind of distance at the other end of the ground that he won the cup for Leicester. And Rodgers has been the threat. Here's Bailey, who's definitely come on and added power, parried by Henderson. Again, it breaks Palace's way. A semi-final clean sheet for a very ambitious goalkeeper. He's played a couple of times for England, but perhaps hasn't quite had the career that his promise at Manchester United suggested. Eze trying to protect it. Maybe do a bit more than that. There's Kamada. And he finds a shot. And he goes for a cross. Oh. And Sarr at the back post. Can't believe he's missed.
I thought he missed a fairly easy one in the first half. He didn't really see the ball until it was almost on his head. But this, he's got to score.
They're trying to put the squeeze on. One back. Well by Munoz. Supported here by the fresh legs of Nketiah, who goes for goal. Ooh, and
it was the most bizarre opening to a game because the atmosphere inside this stadium was as good as I've ever heard it. Particularly for a semi-final.
Nketiah. And can Sarr get away here and really settle it? Ismaila Sarr! He does! What a way to wrap it up. He scores 2 against Aston Villa again, as he did in February. Game, set and match to Crystal Palace. They'll be back on the 17th of May. This time. And remember that Sarr is on a hat-trick, which Riyad Mahrez did a couple of years ago for Manchester City here in the semi-final. He doesn't need the third. For him, he got the third in the game. Comprehensive from Crystal Palace. They're into the FA Cup final, and yet again they have got the better of Aston Villa, having knocked them out of the League Cup earlier this season and taken 4 points off them in the Premier League. They have now posted a really impressive scoreline to see off a semi-final